Hello everyone. So we're going to start our Lutheranism section here on these devotions, and I just wanted to start this off to kind of explain what we're going to be going through, what you can expect from this, and some resources that you are more than welcome to indulge in and go a little more deeper into, because these are only going to be about 5 to 10 minute videos, and I can't talk about everything, but there's a lot of little nuggets of interesting facts that you can find if you purchase these books and read through them. They're very dense, they're very factual, so I wouldn't say they're light reading, but if you have an interest in the history of how we got to this point as Lutherans and how the Catholic Church has changed and how we got Protestants, Baptists, Presbyterians, Pentecostal, you name it. It's kind of an interesting history, and it kind of gives the foundation to the church and the churches that we see today. So just a quick overview of what we'll be talking about. We're going to talk a little bit about Luther's life, not too much. It'll be a quick one video kind of thing. We're going to talk about his theology, so not necessarily Lutheranism, but Luther's theology. We're going to talk about other reformers like John Calvin, Zwingli, the Church of England, etc. We'll also talk about the Catholic Church, their initial theological claims before Luther, and then we'll talk about their own Reformation that they had within after Luther, called the Council of Trent. We're going to talk about Melanchthon, who is a very good friend and colleague of Martin Luther, and we'll talk more about him later. We're going to talk about the writing and writers of the Augsburg Confessions. That's what we adhere to today. So as Lutherans, we prescribe to the Augsburg Confession. So if you want to know about what it is to be Lutheran, at least at the fundamental side of things, then the Augsburg Confession and those videos will be for you. And then we're going to talk about what it means to be Lutheran today. So not only how we are doing a good job in expressing God's love to the world, but also how we're not doing a great job. We're going to talk about the apology that we had to the Jewish community. We're going to talk about the joint declaration on the doctrine of justification. So a bunch of the denominations in the United States, and I think around the world, came together and kind of said, this is what we believe. This is where we agree. This is where we disagree. So there is a movement to kind of bring the church back together, which is, I think, great. And then we'll delve into a little bit of ELCA social statements and just kind of see how we've changed, how we went from one guy having a problem with the church to then being a problem and then trying to reform ourselves again. Because as Lutherans, we have this motto that we're always reforming. So sure, we could be the problem, but we could also be the solution to our own problem, and vice versa if we're willing to listen. I just want to mention that a lot of these videos are going to be not in historical timelines, so I'll be jumping around a little bit. So I did provide in the description a link to the Reformation timeline. It's on this really great website, lutheranreformation.org, and it gives so much information about what happened during the Reformation, like way back in the 1400s before Luther was even born. So I think it's a great resource. Just kind of look at that and then kind of see where what I'm talking about falls into the whole timeline thing, so that you don't get too confused about where we are in all of this. There's also a pretty cool video, especially if you speak German, at the very bottom, number 10 in the description. So I hope you enjoy that video. I know I love watching it from time to time. It's a really good video, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, God bless.